All right. You ready?
Ready.
How you doing?
All right. It's good to be in the studio. Is this a studio or a jet? I feel like I'm in a cockpit.
We're about to take off.
Oh my goodness. Look at these lights. Look at these cameras. You got action.
Well, now that you're here. So you have been in my home for about an hour before we did this video. And you have been working non-stop. Your job has driven me crazy and gave me a massive headache for the hour that you have been here working, Zooming, speaking to the public, giving a care. And that's just an hour that you've been here for.
Yeah.
And I'm already tired right now. I kind of just want to do this interview like tomorrow.
Yeah. And that's, like you said, it was just a glimpse of having an hour worth of meetings with people needing support.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
And I feel all of the pain that they are talking to me about, literally.
Yeah. All kidding aside, that's just an hour, though.
Yeah, and the day isn't over. I mean, I still have a few more meetings today.
No.
Yes.
No.
You know,
anyone who has a scheduled meeting with Rep 4 today, we're going to have to he needs a break. We're going to have to reschedule, please.
Well, you know what? I think that this is one of the reasons why relationships with politicians probably struggle. Because if you don't understand the life of a politician, it would be hard to be in a relationship with them. You know, because a lot of attention goes outside of the house and it goes to the people. And if you're not ready for that could be very challenging for a relationship. Not that I'm saying that I have a challenging relationship. I'm not dating and I'm not looking to date. I'm looking to get my daughter off to college.
Wait, you're single?
I'm single. Yeah.
Oh my God. You know I got a lot of people who follow me on YouTube, right? So to all the single women out there, I just learned this information about my rep. Yeah. He's a single guy.
Yeah, I'm single. You know,
how are you single? You're a politician.
I'm a politician, but you know what?
You're not ugly either.
I'm not ugly, they say. I mean, but you know, I have an 18-year-old daughter that I've been co-parenting with her mother for a very long time, and 18 years, you know, and we've done a fantastic job putting Tia first. And now she's getting ready to go off to a very prestigious college in Washington, D.C., hoping to be a teacher one day and maybe follow that up with being a lawyer. And she's going to go to Howard University.
Oh, congrats, man.
Thank you.
Congrats. She's going to take after her dad, huh?
You know what? I already see that she's going to take it to another level.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable how smart she is. And I'm very proud of her.
No, congrats, man.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good work right there. So, do you go on dating websites?
No.
No.
No. You won't see me on any dating websites. I hear a lot of people really meet the love of their lives on dating websites.
I met the love of my life on a dating website, but before I met her, I had a lot of fun. I was the king of dating websites. Guys would get what I did not want.
Oh.
Because all I had to do was show the girl my studio and start making them laugh.
This is not a studio. This is a cockpit.
Yeah.
Cock.
Yeah.
Cock.
Cock?
Pit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Right.
And show them your
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Right.
you got them.
Yeah. Oh my God! So we got a lot to talk about, man. But yeah, if one of these days when I have some time, and if you want, I'm pretty good at this. Get like 4 pictures of you. It ain't gonna be hard because you're not ugly,
Right,
you're not heavyset,
right,
you're in better shape than me,
right.
and you could put politician, and the girls are gonna be swarming in.
I don't want it. I'm not.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
Yeah, I could do this. Match is for sophisticated people. eHarmony, it's for smart people. They do a little psychology test. It's not the best, but it's something. Tinder, that's just for a one-night stand. It's for broke people.
Right.
And Plenty of Fish, it's for broke people too. But you meet a lot of girls from the hood.
Plenty of Fish?
Yeah.
Wow.
I met Plenty of Fish.
So,
Plenty of sharks too.
You know what? I think it sounds like you can start your own dating site and make money. I mean, that's what America is about. That's what I love about America. You have ideas. You already told me that you are good at that. So why don't you start your own dating site?
I'm good at making girls laugh, and after I make them laugh for 35 minutes, then I start sounding smart and start talking about politics. Now I have no idea what I'm talking about, but they think I know what I'm talking about. I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I have nothing. I just start.
Well, I'll tell you.
Guess.
I mean, I'm a politician, and I would tell you from probably the president down, sometimes politicians say things that they really don't know what they're talking about.
The president don't know what he's talking about.
I mean, they might read something and people tell them. I mean, politicians are not experts at everything. So many times we may say some stuff and we're just learning it. And environmentalists may give us some talking points. And we're really learning what all of this means. And
Right.
so, you know what? So you're a perfect politician.
I got like 14 felonies too, so
well,
I'm perfect.
14. That might, that might rule you out.
No, I rule the rap world.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, out of all the rappers in America, I'm the one with the most.
Oh, well.
So I win. I'm
you
proud
gangster.
of that.
You
Yeah,
gangster.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
So we have a lot to talk about. You have a lot more to you than I think the average person doesn't realize. You're a realtor.
That's right.
You got your realty license. Getting the realty license is extremely hard from what I heard.
Yeah.
You have to be academically smart.
Or lucky.
No.
All right.
I mean, unless you know how to manipulate the test.
Yeah, and I don't. I'm not a good test taker.
Yes, you are. You got the realty license.
Right. I mean, I passed the test that I need to pass. I'm a licensed teacher, Illinois.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about. But before we move to the teacher, with the realty license, you started buying property and showing the youth how to do that as well?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So most realtors, when they get their license, they want to make money. They need to. You are teaching the kids in unfortunate ghetto communities how to get this license and how to make money.
Yep.
That one I never heard of before.
Hey, it's the right thing. There are scholarships for individuals that want to get into real estate that, if you need some funds to help you pay for the tuition, we can help you. And, helping people that want to get into real estate at any level, we've done that. If you want to get into real estate by being a janitor, being a receptionist in the office, being a plumber, being a carpenter, being an electrician, buying and selling, mortgages, we have helped people throughout the years find careers that have helped send their kids to college.
Yeah.
Real estate is an industry that it's like no other. And when the real estate market does well, everything seems to do well. When real estate is selling, you're going to sell more refrigerators and stoves. You're going to sell more furniture. You're going to sell, definitely, you're going to sell more, you're going to have more construction going on because people are rehabbing their houses. So the real estate market is a driving force in our economy.
You sound like the dad from Boys in the Hood.
Who is that?
The one who said about realty in Compton.
Oh, yeah, I remember. The one that said, don't go in there for 10, 15 minutes.
The one who said, you guys are shooting and killing each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, why do you think there's a liquor store in every black community? You go to Beverly Hills, you don't see that.
Right.
They want you to kill you. And I was like 14 when I saw that scene. I learned a lot from that movie.
That movie was something. I think when you look at that movie, there's subtle
street education.
Yeah.
There's street education. There's American education. What you just said.
Yeah.
The realty.
Yeah.
In 1 minute that you were speaking about realty, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of kids in Chicago who are trying to figure out what to do in life to make money so they can get the frick out of the ghetto.
And in real estate, you can do it. Look, I spent money to go to college, get a degree, and I stopped doing what I went to college for and went full time in real estate and made more money doing that. And guess how much it costs for me to get a real estate license? A couple of $100. It's a trade that continues to pay. And there's always going to be someone that needs some type of real estate professional in their life. People are dying every day. They got to sell those houses. People have babies. They want to buy bigger houses. People divorce. Right. They got to sell them. I mean, it's always going to be this cycle.
Are you still doing the realty?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's on this side. That's one level. Now you're a politician. How'd you go from realty to being a politician? Because now these kids are going to think, well, wait a second. After I be a realty, I could go out and be a politician because Rep. Ford is.
That's right.
Where did that come to mind when you're selling these houses?
How
did you connect those two?
That is, when you sell real estate, one, I made money and I was able to make enough money to fund the campaign. So I'm independent and I've been able to...
I don't mean to cut you off. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Mary Lori Lightfoot's people just text me and said, maybe we can meet next week, probably.
Oh, you're probably going to get that meeting to make sure. I mean,
I think they know you're here.
Oh, there's something. I mean, my goodness. So all of a sudden you're getting ready to get that meeting. And I think that we talked about the Ring cameras, what, 2 years ago?
You were really extremely nice to me, and I'm never going to forget this. When I first met you on TV, I saw you talking about people who've been to prison, people who have felons, ex-cons. They need a job too. They got a voice too. They need to be listened to.
Mm-hmm.
And for everyone watching now, I called him, I contacted him, and I was like, wow, all right. He had lunch with me. We spoke. And he just treated me like I was a normal person, and it was great.
But you know what? I still felt empty leaving that meeting because you had the idea that took so long. And I'm not the mayor, and so I couldn't make it happen.
But you wanted to.
I did. But the good part about you is you understand that there's a process. You knew that I didn't have the power to have the mayor do the program right then. Sometimes I meet with people and they demand that you get me the meeting with the mayor, you get her to do this, you get her to get an answer. I mean, I told you then, I can't make the mayor do anything. I can't get meetings with the mayor. I get her your information, there's no doubt. And I do believe that that's one of the reasons why this is an issue in the city now, that we will probably have Ring cameras all over.
Well, you came up with that idea when we were eating.
Well, I think we came up with that
No,
idea.
you came up with that.
Thanks for the,
I don't. My credit's in heaven.
I thought you had a whole book.
I do. I do.
I thought you had a whole book with the plan.
I do. I still have that book.
Yeah.
So, thank you. I do mean that.
Yes.
I sincerely mean that because, from having a felon from 10 years ago or 12 years ago, people Google you, people see you. Certain politicians love me. They love the crap out of me. Certain politicians hate me and they want to have me killed. I deal with a lot of people. You wouldn't believe me or not. Well, probably now. They have a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
And they tell me, I like you. I think you're a patriot. I think you're honest and you have a lot of loyalty. But I can't be seen with you in public.
Wow.
And I understand. They got a multi-million-dollar.
I don't understand that.
I don't want to. I understand. No, they're watching now. They got a multi-million-dollar businesses. And when you see someone like Manigan, who lied about my case many years ago, and now Manigan's indicted and the family's indicted, now people are starting to realize, let's look into his case. I always kind of believe him anyway. There's a lot of political pressure.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put that burden on certain people. Plus, they let me go swimming in their pool. So I'm okay. But I thank you for that. So back to the camera issue. I realize that you can't do certain things. And I wish a lot of people would, because when you expect something or want something from a politician or any human, any man, any woman, it's not where you're from until you come. And I have to say, you being in my house for an hour, working, taking calls while I'm setting everything up, that makes me realize that your job is beyond intense and stress. And I don't think the average person realizes that.
Yeah.
If you were here with me in the lounge when he's on his fourth bag of Doritos.
He made me eat them. I told him, stop.
He's hungry.
Stop.
Because he's doing these meetings. I'm like, maybe he's hangry. I don't know. He's on his fifth bottle of water, LaCroix water.
This guy got all the good stuff in his studio. This cockpit is amazing.
Is this the best studio that you've been into so far? Out of all the talk shows?
This is.
My microphones are better than Ryan Seacrest and Kiss FM and WGCI combined.
Really?
Oh, God, yeah. They don't know what they're doing.
Well, this is super fantastic.
Engineering-wise. You don't have to answer this question.
Oh, I'll answer any question.
Are you running for mayor?
You know what? I would tell you that I would love to run for mayor this time and be the mayor come 2023. Election day is my birthday. February 28th, 2023 is LaShawn Ford's 51st birthday. And I would love to be campaigning on my birthday. But you know what?
It was meant to be.
It could be, but I have to say, just because someone would love to do something, it doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that the timing is right. We will know if it's the right time right now for the mayor of the city of Chicago soon. We're crunching numbers. We're seeing if there's a path to victory. But I do know that we need a mayor that understands how to work with people, how to help heal the city, and how to respect the office.
Right.
It's critical that we have someone in there that respects the office and respect the people that they're going to be working with. And will that be the current mayor, or will it be someone new?
If you run for mayor, what are your plans when you get into office?
Oh, I mean, immediately building relationships, building collaborations with the city of Chicago. We need some racial healing. We need some healing with the law enforcement. We need healing with teachers. We need to bring healing to all the people that have lost loved ones to COVID. We need to bring healing to people that have lost loved ones to violence and just people that's hurting. I mean, we have to bring a calm over this city and make sure that we help the city heal. Now, how does that work? It works by collaborations. No one person has all the answers, but you have to be willing to work with people, experts that have actual a sense of the ability to get us there. I mean, I have strong relationships in Springfield.
I saw.
Yeah.
You were sitting down next to the House Speaker.
Yeah.
Chris Welch.
The
Powerful. And I'm sitting in the back of my head, hey, I had lunch with him.
That's right. Let me tell you something. In order to be the most successful mayor in Chicago, you need to have strong relationships in Springfield.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
And I have strong relationships in Springfield with the Speaker, with the President of the Senate. We share districts almost. I'm sorry, we don't share districts. They're neighbors to my district. And so the Speaker's district is the district over from me. And so is the President of the Senate. And we've been together for 15 years working together. The President of the Senate and the current Speaker, he's been in almost 9 years. And, he's been my seatmate since.
Yeah, the new House Speaker, Chris, he seems like a solid guy.
Yeah, I'm very happy that he's in. He has totally lived up to expectations. The House didn't cave in. Many people thought that whenever Madigan left, that nothing could go on.
Yeah, House Speaker Chris Welch, he said something that it got my attention. And it's sad when he has to go on TV and take the hits for something he didn't even do. So because Madigan appointed him, they're asking him. Like, it's kind of like when Madigan got indicted, well, they looked to him like he did the crime or something, and he did not. So what he said and his face reaction said everything to me, and I was impressed with it. His face was disgusted, because obviously, for the obvious reasons, Madigan being indicted, but his words were very wise, intelligent, and true, and he said in so many words, not to quote him, this is a new house. Let's move forward and do this the right way.
And he says, I think his words are, without quoting him, as you would say, don't take what I say, watch what I do.
Yeah.
And that's what he wants people to be able to judge him by his actions and not by his words.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that someone like him, and he's not the only one, but it's unfortunate that someone like him has worked, his whole life to get that position in his house, and then all of a sudden in the media, which is fine, it's their right, they kind of hold him responsible, or they put him on the spot for Michael Madigan's crime. And I was just more like, I kind of know how that feels. Let's move on. He didn't do anything. He's a new person. So that's good that you have that. Yeah, you're right with the connections on Springfield. You need the power of Springfield, and I don't even think a lot of people on the south side of Chicago know what Springfield is.
Yeah.
So, you mentioned something earlier about my book.
Yeah.
To Fix Chicago.
Yeah.
It's Operation Chicago. And I wanted to go over this with you because if you do run for mayor, I'm going to do everything in my power to go on the streets and computer code this the right way so you can win. And the reason why I say that is because I am a trillion gazillion times confident that you would make the best mayor out of all the candidates. And I say that because I met you before. I say that because your history of realty. I say that because you're all over the place and it's not even election time. Now certain politicians are all over the news and doing the streets because it's election time.
Right.
But when it's done with election time, you don't see them. You have been all over the streets everywhere without election time.
Yeah.
So I like that, and a lot of people see that. They look at that. You're easy to do interviews with as far as reaching out. You don't give the runaround. You don't ask Q&A. And in case what people don't know what that is, that means questions first and answers. You don't want to take the time out to have one of your staff members lie for an answer.
Not at all.
You just go straight. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
I also think that, I mean, I could be here for a long time, but out of the other candidates, I think you'd be a solid mayor. If you don't mind me yapping for 2 minutes, straight
talk.
I am 100% confident that I have all the answers to fix Chicago.
All the answers.
All of them.
I just said not one person got all the answers.
Oh, I got them all.
All right, let's go in 2 minutes.
Maybe 3, but I don't want to talk because, I want to. It's good to do a dialogue, but yeah.
All the answers to what?
To fix Chicago.
I mean, Chicago's got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And so you're going to fix it.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You go to the CIA or to the NSA or to Department of Defense. Do you think they could fix Chicago?
Well, I think it could be fixed. Chicago can be fixed. And the question is, how long is it going to take? And
a season.
Just a season.
One term.
I think that we can put families on track in a term.
Yeah.
That's right.
So what happens is...
But remember, not everyone wants to be on the right path. So we're going to have these people that's going to be obstructionists, and we're still going to have problems because not everyone wants the structure that we will provide.
No, they don't want it.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people in state government, and I think you mentioned this in one of your interviews that I saw before. You said it in so many words, not to quote you. The state government benefits from crime.
Yeah.
And that's so sad reality. So I say to myself, and this is just me because I'm a huge fan of the National Security Agency and CIA, and people think I'm crazy. And they're like, Eric, that's not what the CIA does. I know that's not what they do. They're doing stuff for the world.
Mm-hmm.
But Chicago is part of the world. Now, they have the smartest men and women over there in Langley, and they got the smartest men and women in the NSA. So we can't be like them because their brain is a Mac computer on steroids, the way they process information, their natural skills. But we could try to learn from them and think how they would think, and I'm confident that I can do that. So one thing, if you run for mayor, I would request that I could be your public safety department man for the job. And my salary, I don't want my salary at all, one bit, Mayor. And if you have to give me my salary by law, I'm going to donate it to Inglewood, I'm going to donate it to Little Village, and I'm going to donate it to the Chicago Police Department for their bulletproof vests, and I'm going to donate it for the Illinois State Police so they can have a membership at the Soto Club to relax because they're burnt out.
Yeah.
They see a lot of shit on that highway. The second thing I would do as public safety is surveillance cameras that you and me have been talking about. I have been dealing with surveillance cameras since I was a teen back in the 90s, as you probably could tell. I'm a nerd. When something is captured on camera, that is the biggest dream for any prosecutor, any high-profile attorney, and any cop, because it makes their job easier. So you're not sitting inside a Cook County jail for years, as some people are. We got you on camera. You did it. Here's the deal. Let's move on. A cop. Someone accuses a cop of doing something that he or she didn't do. Yeah? Are you sure? Well, the cop had a body camera. You just lied, and it saved the cop. Now, that's the technology of it. The psychology of it is with these surveillance cameras. If we get a hold, Mr. Mayor, of the Chicago Public Schools, the CEO, and we have the kids take a field trip, it's mandatory. 7th grade, 8th grade, freshman, sophomore, junior. It is mandatory. I'm planting seeds in your head at a certain age because my seeds got planted. My seeds got planted from Ice Cube and Ice-T. And I learned a lot from them. That's why I don't sell drugs. That's why I don't do certain things. That's why I don't mess with guns. Because I learned an extremely lot. But I was young when I listened to Ice-T and Ice Cube.
You know, I always get Ice-T and Ice Cube mixed up. But go ahead.
Yeah, and a lot of people do. I met them both.
Why don't we have Ice-T with Ice Cube? Okay, that fell short.
Yeah, it always.
Keep going.
Yeah, no, I'm going to keep going. We take these kids to a field trip, mandatory, and they go into a control room, and they see 50 cameras, and they see 2 people controlling those cameras. You turn the controller, you zoom in, and you could see someone's contact. And then the kids see that. So now when they see that, and they're back on the streets, they're realizing when they're in Garfield Park, Garfield, Roosevelt, they look up and they see a podcam, they see a camera. I can't shoot someone here. That camera could zoom in. I just got them going to a field trip.
Yeah. But the problem with it is those cameras are there. If Chicago failed to use them to catch the killers and the criminals, what good are they? I mean, all the cameras, how many cameras are in the city, and are they deterring crime?
The red light cameras?
Oh, no.
Red light cameras are bringing in $1 billion.
Yeah.
So what we do, and I didn't want to get too much into this, but since we did bring it up, we know the red light cameras are for revenue. CBS2 did a statistic or did a study. They don't stop accidents the way they do. And even if they do, which they don't according to the study, the city got $1 billion. Why don't we just take $250,000 and get these crime cameras? So to answer your question, if that person is going to be dumb enough to shoot and murder and rob someone on that camera, plan B. I now have the tape, and we're giving it to the Chicago investigator. And it's not going to be long for him to get you off the street, so you can't do it again.
You know, I think that what you're saying makes sense. I think that should be a whole different department.
Public safety.
Yeah. What you're saying that you would run, because
I'm your public safety guy.
I mean, I don't know if the police actually should be doing it. If you have a public safety guy that's filming all this, could automatically focus on the killers, and now you send identity there and they go get them. Yeah. Somebody's got to research that. Who is this person? Get their identity.
Yeah.
Because if I get your picture, can you tell who I am?
Facial recognition. There's a software.
That's a whole...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a software. Facial recognition is...
What about the ACLU? Are they going to be for that?
Well, and that's the other topic that my friend is a genius, and I love him to death, and he plays devil advocate with me. I love the ACLU, and I know if I was a politician, I shouldn't like the ACLU, but I'm not the average politician if I ever were to run, which I'm not, because your job is extremely crazy, and I don't have a work ethic. The ACLU is a very good agency to keep us all in check, all in line, and I respect them. Mm-hmm. And I would invite them to my studio the same way I did with you. And I would inform them how I feel about that. The law states anything that's outside, you can record.
Right.
That is the law. Everyone had a problem with the police not having body cameras. They wanted that, and some didn't want that. So this isn't a one-way street. If the cop has to record you, you can record the cop for the cop's protection. So the cameras aren't in your house, they're outside. It's a fact of life.
Yeah.
They're all outside. There's Ring cameras, there's Nest cameras, and it goes back to your idea when we were having lunch. Let's give everyone a free camera in your ward.
Yeah.
Now, they cost about $150. Let's both I'll put up 2,000, you put up 2,000. We have a barbecue. You do a press release.
Yeah.
You do a press release, and we have about 50 cameras here. Who wants them? We're going to have professional installers go and install them.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to use that. Because eventually, this is going to happen anyway. I'm just speeding it up.
Yeah.
In about 5 years, 10 years, every house is going to have a ring cam. Every house is going to have a Nest. We're going to have something on our rooftop where Jeff Bezos drops off stuff.
Right. Well, I would tell you that I'm all for making sure that we use technology to save lives.
Yeah.
To make you feel safer. To make the safe passage for young people going to school safe.
Yeah.
I mean, because people are getting killed on safe passages. How are they getting killed on safe passages? I don't know. They're not too safe on some of these city streets. And it could be. I really believe that Chicago, with all the technology that we have, we could be safer. And we could deter crime. And that's not only going to help save lives, it's going to help with taxpayer-funded incarceration. Because if I know that I cannot run a light, because if I run this light, I'm going to get a ticket that's going to cost me a certain amount of money. If I go 5 or 6 miles over, I'm going to get a ticket. The same goes with people recognizing that if I shoot someone, if I rob someone, if I carjack someone, I'm going to get caught because it's up there. It will stop it. Like you said, take these young people to a field trip so that they can see that if you commit a crime in Chicago, they're going to catch you.
How many times has someone committed the crime, but they didn't get caught? So when we catch that person, a lot of people are under the impression, well, that's the first time. No, it's not. But guess what? If they are dumb enough to still do it on that camera with my facial recognition program and my voice recognition program, you speak on that phone, you could get a burner phone, and it doesn't make a difference. You speak on any phone, there's a voice recognition program. The next thing is bulletproof glass for the Chicago police.
On what?
Their vehicles.
They don't have bulletproof glass?
No. It's very sad.
They go into riots without bulletproof glass?
Our Chicago police, and it's interesting, and I think you would be a fan of this, because I haven't heard you speak on this, but I think you would love it. You and me have a lot in common, but we have one solid thing in common. You like to meet with everybody. Everybody. You're from Chicago. You like to meet with them. I got cats in Inglewood. I got family and cats in Little Village. And I got friends in Chicago police. And do the police get treated like crap the same way? I won't compare. They get treated like crap. They have 4 police officers in a squad car at nighttime, 2 in the morning at Little Village, all sitting ducks. There was a Chicago police undercover officers in the back of the yards. They got shot at in their van. Just shot, just like that. No protection, no nothing. So I don't know how those officers are doing. I never had the pleasure of meeting them, but I'm assuming somewhere in their mind, and I can't speak for them, but somewhere in their mind mentally, they have to say that was pretty fucked up. I almost died. And we put them out there to do these operations with no shield, no net. So if we can get 2 Chicago police vehicles bulletproof, I think monkey see, monkey do. The rest will catch on, and the rest will say, wow. We had an officer about 2 months ago who just got shot through the door, and he got shot in his leg because we don't have bulletproof glass for CPD. And I know it's not going to be cheap, but we have to start the process.
Let me tell you something. I think that when you have a good CEO, good mayor of the city of Chicago, or any city, you build relationships. You don't pay the normal cost. because you are here. Your city is like a non-for-profit, and you go to a corporation and you say, "Be our partner, do some good for Chicago." If you're telling me that it would cost $500 to do a one glass, I mean, I'm sure that a business would love to cut that down to have a relationship and to help save police lives. So you just have to have people that know how to think outside the box and do what needs to be done to keep people safe. And I don't think we have that type of corporate mind as the mayor right now.
Yeah. I spoke to someone, great guy. He has a business. He equips law enforcement's vehicles across the world, across the country. So I think we're on the right path to that. We just need to have that one mayor say, I want one car for the Chicago Police Department, bulletproof. Let's see how it does. Let's see the finances. Let's see what it saved. And let's start in your ward, because your ward, let's start in a ward where they need it, if that makes sense.
I never knew that. I never knew that that the police vehicles were not bulletproof. So not only are the windows not bulletproof, what about the car?
No, they're naked. They just dropped them off in Little Village, 2:00 in the morning, and there's gangs everywhere, and they're sitting ducks. You could just you could shoot them. But that's just one idea, and thank you for listening to me. I appreciate that. I think you're gonna win. I'm confident. I pray you do anyway, because out of all the other candidates, they're just more like, come on, man. I don't even want to get into that topic, but out of all the other candidates, just Eric, knock that off.
I would tell you, if I didn't think this is being the mayor of the city of Chicago is no walk in the park. This is work.
Yeah.
Well, it will be work for the mayor. And, growing up, I mean, it's been a struggle for me my whole life. What is it? And I mean, every day is a struggle. I need to be a part of the big struggle so that we could get things done.
Yeah.
Because fighting just to get your idea to the mayor's office should not have been that difficult. How many lives could have been saved as a result of kicking in a citizen's idea in the city?
It's really sad because I had that proposal back in 2013. I gave it to Rahm Emanuel, and he just completely lied to me. He said well, I don't want to get on him. He's over with. I sent that proposal to a lot of politicians, and some didn't understand it. A lot of them said, two of Mayor Lori Lightfoot's people, I'm not going to name their names, very high or up, powerful, they said this is a great idea. They looked at me like I was crazy, like, where did you even come up with this stuff? They came in the studio and just, kind of like, what? All right, who is this guy? And they said, this is above my pay grade.
Wow.
And I want to do this, Eric, but I can't. You're talking to the wrong man.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you're Lori Lightfoot's right-hand person. What do you go on TV every Monday talking about public safety. What do you mean? What you talking about, Willis?
Right.
Another thing that I wanted to do, Mayor, when you win, create an Ella G. French app. An Ella G. French app is the officer, obviously, who passed away. We create an Ella G. French app. So what happens is when an officer pulls someone over, it's extremely dangerous. Say hi, Dane. Yeah, say hi to the rep. Yeah. Anytime an officer has to approach a car, it's dangerous. Because that officer is walking to the unknown. And we don't know who that is in the car, what they have in that car, what their intentions are. So with the technology that we have in 2022, is when the officer pulls someone over, you know how on your radio dash you have satellite, you have AM, you have FM, you have all those apps. We create an app, Mayor, and it says Ella G. French, and it's a picture of her in her full uniform. And that officer will push that button, and he'll type in the license plate in that app, the same way with the Zoom meeting. And then the driver of that vehicle will be able to see the officer in the vehicle. And then the officer will be able to communicate with the driver and state, my name is officer, I'm with the Illinois State Police, the reason why I pulled you over is blah, blah, blah. And then the driver will be able to talk to the officer and explain what he was doing. And if the officer needs to write a ticket to that driver, he could do so electronically. Wow. We have so many cops. Illinois State Police are the worst.
No, they're not. I love the Illinois State
Police. No, not worse as in bad. They're the worst because they get run over.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
They're the victims.
Yeah.
When they pull someone over, sometimes they go this way. And they're the worst because they get ran over.
Yeah.
So sometimes the Illinois State Police go on the right side.
Let me tell you.
And they're still getting stuff.
This is revolutionary. Is this happening anywhere?
No, I created all this stuff.
This is good because the number one thing that you want to do for police safety and the citizens, the drivers, is have as little contact with law enforcement as possible.
Right. So this way, every single cop in Chicago, whoever runs for mayor, every cop, any Illinois State Police officer, they're going to be like, wait a second, you're telling me Rep. Ford, who's running for mayor, is going to create an LG French app, so when I pull people over, my life isn't in immediate danger? If I have to get out of the car and pull someone over, I get to sit in my car? And the whole country is going to catch on to this because they're going to say, look at what Chicago's doing.
The only reason why they would want to pull the person out of the car if they're suspecting DUI or if they suspect, but this doesn't mean that they can never have interactions. This is just, if you think that the only reason why you're pulling them over, there are no other probable causes, you connect that way and write the ticket and they be on their way.
Yeah.
That's good. So tell me, how would this work?
What happens is when you become mayor, and I become your free public safety advisor for just a season, no pay, what we do is we get a hold of the governor and we get a hold of one car dealership. This isn't going to happen overnight, but once we start the process, everyone else will start doing it. So the car dealership, we have a meeting and we inform them of this Officer LG French app. And I think we should call this LG French app.
So the app
is in the car.
It's in the car, and every car should have
the app.
Because everybody should download the app.
Right. And what we do is we get a hold of the new Secretary of State, whoever that's going to be, and it's a process for when the kids are getting their driver's license. In the school, how they teach them to stop at the red light, look left to right, left before you yield. It teaches them about this app, so when you get pulled over, don't get out of your car, push the app, and that's how you communicate, and the seed gets planted.
Yeah, even if the car dealers don't do it, are there apps that allow you and I to talk right now?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, and the whole entire law enforcement in the country is going to see that Mayor of Chicago, Ford, created this LG French app. And New York, Texas, Florida, California, all these cops are going to be like, we want this LG French app.
I want it now.
Yeah.
I've been pulled over by the police, and it doesn't take, it doesn't take interaction. If you're speeding,
right,
you get the ticket right there. That's amazing. And then the officer could look at you and tell whether or not you seem to be under the influence.
Right.
And then I got to get you.
It's dangerous because I like to put my mind in other people's minds for fun when I'm bored.
This is actually the future. This is the future. Everyone would not have the app, but for those that can get the app, that's yeah.
So I think we can get that done.
I think so too.
And
it's easy.
Yeah, it's not hard. Yeah, and it's going to blow law enforcement.
The union should love it. The FOP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna love you.
And the people will love it.
Yeah.
Because, it's faster. You don't have to worry about
getting shot
or
an officer
because
doesn't
everybody's
have to,
pissed.
Yeah.
I'm pissed that you're pulling me over. I got to get home. I got to get.
Yeah.
So would the police officer tell the driver, turn on your app?
You learned that with the Secretary of State. So there's a lot of people running for Secretary of State. Let's just say hypothetically David Moore wins.
Right.
Or let's just say hypothetically Alexa wins.
Mm-hmm.
We would contact one of those individuals, have a meeting with the future mayor, which is you, have a meeting with the public safety guy, which is me, have a meeting with Alexa or David Moore, whoever wins, God bless them both. They both seem solid. And we inform them about this app, and we advise them during Skadoodle, which is a driver's ed school, or during driver's license education, it's mandatory to teach the kids when they get pulled over, click on this app.
I think that a major campaign for this app where people say, and you know what? I think that insurance companies will get behind it because they will say, we will give you a discount if you have this app downloaded.
The top priority for this, and you bring up a lot of good points, but the number one reason why I came up with this idea is, one, to honor Ella G. French, because she just went out in a horrible way that just didn't need to be. But besides that, when an officer pulls you over, that's some scary shit. I don't care what that cop says. I don't know who I'm walking up to. I don't know who you are. Even if I do pull up the license plate and I see your name, I don't know if that's really you behind the wheel. There are so many times, and I can't even count them, a cop pulls over someone, and the cop just gets shot at because a guy shoots at him.
Yeah.
And then there's another point in return where the other officer shoots at the passenger because he was reaching around for something.
Oh, I've seen it.
And it's just everyone's in a bad situation. One's dead, one's going to jail, one's going to prison, one mistaken identity shot on accident. But this app will save all that.
Hey,
it will save all
that's
that.
Good. That's number two.
That's number two. The third thing that we can do for the CTA, because they're pretty, I don't know, they're not as, they don't understand. People keep falling on the tracks. Now, I don't think I'm a genius for coming up with this, but as your public safety department man, I would have to advise you, put up a fence. Just put up a fence. So here, and this is awkward that I have to explain this to the mayor, I would tell the CTA guy, I'm not bringing this to my boss, just so you know. I'm just going to tell you to do this because I don't want to waste your time. But here's the train, and right here is the blue line.
Yeah.
And right here is the platform.
Yeah.
A lady dropped her phone on the tracks. Now, obviously, the phone is important. So she went and she jumped and she got ran over.
Yeah, I saw that.
If you put up a fence here and synchronize the fence so when the doors open with the train, the fence will open.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And then when the door closes from the fence. So you physically can't go.
They have that in Europe.
Oh, do they?
They have that in Europe.
Why don't we?
Right, yeah.
And I don't know how long it's going to take, how many people got to die from the train tracks. Just put up the synchronized fence.
Yeah.
And the CTA and everyone's on the news like, I don't know how this happened. I mean, I do, because you don't have a fence synchronized. And then we need more canine dogs.
Yeah, we definitely should have more canine.
So canine dogs are scary. People are intimidated of canine dogs. Yeah. So we need about 50 of them.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it goes. When people see that dog, that muzzle comes off. You're in deep trouble.
Yeah.
That could be worse than mace.
Oh, yeah. Once it gets on your ass.
That's it. I did this for fun.
Oh.
That was my Rottweiler.
Oh.
I trained him and he attacked me just for fun.
Wow. Well, that's pretty good. I think we got some good stuff here.
Yeah. And last and least.
Yes.
For carjackers.
Yeah.
Very popular topic. We have a field trip. Have you ever been to Statesville Prison?
Absolutely.
Have you ever seen behind the wall all the cells?
Yeah, I've been in there.
I think to visit?
Yeah, I've been to visit as a state rep. I didn't get locked up.
Ah,
You thought I was?
I didn't know.
Thought I did time?
no, I don't know. So we have a field trip, and we have the kids go there.
Scared straight.
Messed up.
Remember that?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, you were too young.
It's mentally screwed up when you have to stay in a cage for 23 hours a day, 7 days a week on your birthday, your Christmas, your holidays.
Your baby's birthday, your baby's graduation,
Don't
your
come
baby's
here.
baptism. Oh.
Don't come here. So, I know your time is limited.
Your girlfriend's dates.
I don't know if my girl was with
Not
another
yours.
guy when I was gone.
Right?
I gotta ask her.
No, don't ask her.
If I do, I'm gonna check the cameras.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You know, what you don't know don't hurt you.
Right. No, what
So-
she doesn't know don't hurt her.
Right.
Yeah.
So let it be.
Yeah.
That's what men do.
Right.
Yeah.
Rep, I appreciate you coming.
Thank you, Operation Chicago.
You are more than welcome to come anytime.
I look forward to coming here to speak to your people more. I mean, I feel very at home. I was even welcomed by
Zany.
Zany.
Hey, come here.
Zany,
Come
hey Zany,
Say hello.
how you doing, Zany?
I think I'm gonna
I'm gonna bring you some snacks next time, okay?
see, he knows you're a good politician.
I'm gonna bring you some snacks, okay? All right, Zany.
We're gonna work on getting House Speaker Chris here next.
All right, let's do it. I
And
think he'll enjoy it.
I think he will too.
Yeah.
He's a down to earth.
Yeah.
He's humble.
He's humble. He's busy though. I don't think he ever knew it was gonna be this busy. You
I
know?
don't think any of you people knew
Right.
that your job is, you guys kill me. I can't have, you're,
But you know what? You have to, when we talk, we both understand you just got to make stuff happen.
you got to do it.
Just got to do it. And that's what we're going to do with the city. We know things need to happen. Why wait?
They talk.
Man.
They talk. They talk. There's no action.
No action.
They talk more than anything.
Chicago is a city that works, but I don't know if it's working now.
It's not working.
Well,
It's just not. We really need to start working together and getting along.
Yeah.
And start doing stuff. So by next week, I want to be able to say, "Hey, I spoke with you last week. Remember, I gave you like 3 hours of my time.
all right.
Did we do any of that?"
Right.
And if you say no, I'm going to record it. I'm going to say, "Don't listen to this woman no more,
Yeah.
because she just jerked me off."
Yeah.
And we got to start doing that.
And it doesn't feel good. It's not a feel good jerk off.
No, no, I didn't go.
Right.
And I'm just more like, come on, these kids, they just want to live a life.
Yeah.
Let them live. I mean, America gave us a great life
I think
before,
so.
and now we need to do the same thing for the next.
Yeah. I'm all in.
That's all.
All right.
You're the man, brother.
You the man. A man.